Hello, everybody. Today we have a really special guest speaker. Here he is, the creator of Apple, Steve Jobs.
Thank you very much for having me.
No, thank you, Steve. I understand that you don't do very many interviews these days.
Yes, that is true. I haven't done much after my incident in 2012.
That's very unfortunate. Let's change the topic. Tell us about your childhood.
Well, I was actually born in San Francisco and was soon adopted. Then I moved to Silicon Valley.
That's very interesting. So tell me, what made you want to co-found Apple?
Well, my friend Steve Wozniak made the Apple I computer, and I helped him sell it. We stuck with the name that he gave the computer.
That's really interesting. So you're telling me that you started this business after he did?
Yeah.
So, when did you actually physically start the business?
We started selling in 1976.
That's a pretty long time ago. So, obviously, it's much more popular now than when it started.
Yes, it took a lot of hard work to be able to get Apple to the success that it is now.
Yes. So, I actually heard you had a falling out with Apple.
Oh yes, I was fired in 1985.
Did you ever regain your position?
Yes, the company voted me back as CEO in 1997.
Wow, that's a really long time in between. What did you do between Apple?
I founded another company with some previous Apple workers, and we called it Next.
So you created a new company from scratch after being fired?
Yes, I did. At Next, I partnered with IBM for their software and eventually went back to Apple in 1997 when they bought Next.
So the company that fired you bought the company that you made?
Yes, and I returned to the position of CEO at Apple when they did.
So after being fired from Apple, you made it back into being a CEO?
Yes, I was very happy to be back with Apple.
Sounds like you were. But what did you do at Apple when you went back?
We started what was called the Think Different campaign to restore the company's bad image.
The company had a bad image?
Yes, but putting me back as CEO made a big difference.
So, I know that Apple's popularity has mainly come from the iPhone, so tell us about that.
Yes, it has. The first iPhone came out June 29th, 2007.
And it became really popular, I see.
Yes, it did. In fact, it became so popular that we decided to expand our line of products.
So we see. Now, let's get into the question that everybody really wants to know. Tell us about your accident in 2012.
I had been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and lost the battle in 2012.
Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. Do you have any advice for any teenagers who may want to follow in your steps?
Well, I would say that being the richest man in the cemetery doesn't matter to me. Going to bed at night saying we've done something wonderful, that's what matters to me. You don't just want to go after all the money. You want to make a positive change for the world.
That's really great advice. That's all the time we have for today, so thank you for being here with me, Steve.
Thank you. No problem. It was a pleasure to be here.